İstanbul'dan geldim. CVC ve Predictive Index, onu da soracağım sonra. Predictive Index diye bir şey, ben Blackboard'a yükledim. İlgilenen olursa oradan baksın. Kendi tecrübelerini anlatacak. Kendi uzman olduğu alan meselesinde neler yapacak. İstanbul'dan bizim için geldi. Joseph Volkan Özcan, CVC'de hem Blackboard'da var, bir tane Moodle benzeri bir sistemimiz var. Mesut diyor. Başlı. Söz sizin, buyurun.
Welcome. I would like to thank you for my colleague, my friend, Mr. Nejat, to give me this opportunity. As I have been, my name is Joseph Volkan Özcan, and I have been working as a change and project manager last 25 years. Because I have started working while attending the university. I am graduated from Istanbul Technical University in industrial engineering. I am one of industrial engineers. Then I realized I don't like the systems, I don't like the machines. So I decided to focus on the people. Because only people able to 2 by 2 equals more than 4. That's we call it synergy. And anyone know what does synergy mean? Synchronized energy. If you're able to establish a synchronization, you will create extra results, extra outputs. So I focus on my first line. We use SAP Language Translator. Yes, SAP is an enterprise resource planning solution in the world market leader. And all these tools, so competitors like JS, BAM, Oracle, Import, just focus on the planning of the resources. And we need to plan all resources because all resources are limited. There is no resource unlimited. All resources are limited. So we have to plan and assign some priorities for our resources. As I know, all of them is the last class, last year, and all of you know the 5M of the management. Do you know the 5M management? Money, man, machine, material, method. All these 5M is covered by SAP. It means I am an entrepreneur and I want to build a company. And I have an idea. And in the States, you need money. And you have to get money from the capital market. So first transaction, first record should be accounting. Because accounting means you borrow some money from some capital market, you have to pay some interest, and you spend that money. You have to make some records. You spend that capital, which areas, which resources. You have the money. So, in all implementations, our first focus area is financial accounting. Second one, marketing. Because any organization should sell something to get the money. So, you have to insist, or you have to take the attention of the people who has the purchase power. Because if anything, maybe all of the people want to drink Starbucks coffee. But if you don't have purchase power, it isn't useful for us because we need real purchase power to sell our products, our services. Then, third step is sourcing. Yes, we have a good idea. We want to sell bluefin coffee. We have advertising, we have marketing services. We take the attention to all prospective customers. Then, we need to farm the coffee. Either we may produce or we import and sell. Like import from China, package and sell it. Or you establish a building, a company, factory, and you produce your own brew coffee beans. This is the third step, sourcing. Then you have to establish follow, track your cost, you will never know how much profit you earn, specific products, specific services. We need to know product or service price profit because we want to again plan for tomorrow, next week, next term, because again we have limited capital. And fortunately, all governments give all entrepreneurs some opportunities. We call amortization. Do you know what does amortization mean? Amortization? What is it? Give me a word. I will payroll.
You will take back your money which you invested.
Yes, it's an opportunity. That's because all government says you make an investment, you purchase some tables, some buildings, some machines, because you may purchase some cars, or you may purchase some new houses, new tractors, but you choose to make an investment to create some manufacturing, some productivity, some extra employment. So, government said, okay, and you know, all equipment should be renewed in 5 years or 10 years or 1 year according to your assets. If you have a laptop, you should renew it in 2 years. If you have a car, you should renew in 5 years. So this is an opportunity to get back the money from the tax, because tax means you have to pay some money to your government for common services, because you drive your car via road with the tax services. You use judge services, courts, with the same tax services. It is not easy to be an entrepreneur, but it is the base of all countries, all continents. This is the base of all our lives. Either you may sell tobacco or you may sell a plane, but all of them, same principle. And move to our story. Then realize we have a huge amount of cash flows. We collect some money, we collect some credit cards, we have to pay some regular payments. Then we need some casual operations, we call cash flow operations. And realize in each step, someone creating some documents, some data, and it grows enormously. So someone should care all those data and should define which data is correct. You will always heard this word, one version of facts. Even in SAP, it's established in 1972, R1 means real time, because in 1972, we have patch cards to upload any code to computer. And it's real time, because without that solution, you have to track and apply manual calculations on the general ledger rules. It becomes real time. Then, 1979, 1972, SAP realized there is a technology called computer. Text-to computer CPU and computer RAM make calculations, and it becomes real time, ready time. But the main problem is only one single application for accounting. Only accounting people able to make the code. All of the other interactions should be manually. Manual prints and takes your business to the inventory or purchase department or sales department. And it becomes a problem. Do you remember the management functions? Collaborate, stop, direct, coordinate. So the critical one is the coordinate. If you are not able to coordinate your resources, you will never create synergy. You will always lose. You will have entropy. Think of entropy? Negative of synergy. I mentioned I've been working at my academic university. So I'm an engineer. In the first year, I always ask myself, what does industrial single word for industrial engineering. It's something like an open bucket. You will be able to get everything like little into the middle. If you know what you want to eat, it's very useful. But also, but if you don't know what you want to eat, or if you don't have a good test, it's awful. So I want to learn manufacturing because my university is Istanbul Technical University, and Istanbul Technical University, industrial engineering is part of machine engineering. So we have to learn pneumatic, hydraulic, all mechanical systems, and then you have to learn thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, blah blah. It goes from then electric, electronics, statics, unbelievable. Then you realize there is another section. We learn economy, human resources, management, and strategic planning, and finance. I realized, okay, I have to test all of them. Then I choose my career for pharmacy industry because I don't like the messy places. So pharmacy companies very clean. I choose to work in the pharmacy industry and they have money. Because in that year, 1992, you have to pay huge amount of money to get any pills. So I started to work as a planning engineer in Toprak Pharmacy. In the first week, they told me, yes, you are good at on computer, and they started to make manufacturing planning. My first manufacturing planning, awful. 5% realization. I applied time studies, work studies, everything I learned in my school, but result was awful. Because I never seen shop floor. I don't have any idea for what they are producing. Then I talked to my general manager that, okay, I have to visit all departments. Then I started to working from inbound logistics. And I worked each department minimum 1 week. After 8 weeks, I made my second manufacturing plan, and it has 98 realization. So, any industry, any organization, you should visit shop floor because there is no any automation, no IoT, no PLC, no Internet of Things, no Industry 4.0 to collect everything from shop floor. Always trust your 5 senses, and 6 senses if you have, in the shop floor, because you want to manage people to get, put extra effort. You heard EQ is always more popular than IQ, because we know if you urge the people, put their emotions, their spirits, you will get better efficiency. And biggest problem with the working with people, change resistance. Because all people like the homostatic. We know what does homostatic means? A Latin word. Stability. And everything, every organization, living organization, wants you to be stable. No one likes to change. Because it is the fear of the unknown. If you don't know what will happen tomorrow, next week, next year, it becomes a bit fear. But you want to change because you are not happy with the results of the process. Even you are working in McDonald's or call center or hospital or airplane, doesn't matter. You are not happy with the current results and you want to change all people's lives because you believe you have the proper education, training, and you have proper experience, wish, because you believe you will be able to change the world. Every young people, yes, when I was younger, also myself, believe I was able to change the world. And yes, I changed some parts of the world because I have managed projects in 36 countries, from Japan to Australia, Russia to South Africa, all Asia, Africa, and Europe region. I worked several industries: automotive, FMCG, telecom, media. Yes, because I am an open-minded and I want to touch everything because still I am an industrial engineer. After graduation from industrial engineering, I focused my MBA and I started international quality management for MBA, and my graduation MBA thesis, country risk analysis. In each step, I changed my scope because, in my opinion, if I want to learn something, it should be new in my memory. I learn always some new things and attach to previous things, like a net. Important. Today, we have lots of people, even two people. Those two people always create data, rumors. In real life, rumors in technology means data. And you should decide which one is true. And you will hurt some big data. Big data is a temporary problem. Because your limitation is your technology. If you are not able to follow 3 rumors in single time, this is your big data. But if you are able to follow 18 rumors, gossip girls, right, your big data is bigger than your friends, your colleagues. Just imagine, you have a Blu-ray movie. It's around 50 giga, 500, and you have a USB, only 2 giga. It is your big data problem. You have to have minimum 26 memory sticks to transfer the data to any place. But if you have 1 terabyte USB, it's not a big problem. Always in mind, if you face any big data problem, just one temporary problem. It will change tomorrow and the next week. Then, you need to focus, you need to define which version of the data is the correct one. The watch. If you put just a single watch on the wall and say anyone should check that watch. This is our single version of the fact. This is our time step. And you will define, it looks, yes, it's very easy, but in real life, it becomes messy. Always, in my all projects, when we finish successfully, I urge the people uninstall Excel. Because if you let some people to write, change, delete any records, they will never like any platform like SAP. Because deleting never allowed. You have to make a reverse record. Because we are installing, we are establishing all these platforms to take snapshots. Time-based snapshots, because this is our money. My capital, I make an investment here, and most of people spend it. I want to know who spent to where and which object. Is there any fraud? Anyone heard fraud? Yes. And anyone heard Enron crisis? You remember Enron? Biggest fraud, scam, and bribery in for history of the world in States. Then this defined a new standard called Sarbanes and Oxley. Sarbanes is a senator and Oxley is a professor. And it's a very simple strategy. Segregation of duties. If I am creating a purchase order, I will not allow to make payments. Because if I am able to create an purchase order, if I am able to pay, I may purchase anything more expensive than market price. because trust is very easy. Either you purchase something more expensive or you sell something more cheaper. It's very easy. Three. And predictive analytics. Prediction. Do you remember we talked about the fear of unknown? And we are trying to find some lighting to unknown. We use some statistical techniques, prediction techniques. And I'm sure most of you always listen to weather forecast and forecast. And we are able to forecast what will the weather be. Rainy, foggy, sunny. And you will take your umbrella or you will take your swimsuit. And you trust forecast. It's a mathematics. Same principle in all operations, all data. And if you are a new customer for me, then I'm just wondering, will you pay my money or will you make a claim? Actually, this is not a fiction story. It's just mathematics. And you have to trust statistics and prediction. Algorithmic prediction modeling. This is the last step of any organization. You establish a platform, you assign the people like planning, staffing, directing, coordinating. SAP is the tool of all four steps. Planning, enterprise resource planning tool. Staffing, you assign priority your resources. Right people to the right job. Right materials to the right sales opportunity. Because pay last object and your first focus to maximize your profits. In an organization, in foundations, you have to keep your profits. Otherwise, next year you will not be able to perform the services. Changing people. I mentioned all people has a change resistance. But again, we have some tools to insist or urge people to change because we believe you will be a better life. Like the toddlers, they are not able to walk, but you urge them, you will be able to walk. Don't give up. Because we believe she or he may be toddle forever, but we are sure, 100% sure, walking is better than toddling. And this motto is valid in all steps, all of life. Because experienced people, it means we already taught and walk. No, it's running is better than walking. Walking better than toddling. And if you say, okay, it is better to use creation services, so you will able to plan your cash flow, you will able to define your risk. Because identifying risk give us very good opportunity. Insurance. If you have smart detectors, it means there is a risk for fire. Then what will you have? What will you do? You get them fire protection, fire insurance. It's very easy. Also, it's for all operations. If I am working, I work for Telsin almost 4 years. You give a service, just put an antenna, and all people able to run on the internet, and phone, everything, and you are waiting to pay your rent, to create some bills. Okay, give me 100 because you make several costs. And this is digital world. Everything is digital. You have to put some evidences that you make just to calls. And if I know, if you are not able to pay that amount, I have to stop my services. And you know, when you make a call, states around 30 minutes, there are some alerts that, okay, these guys never pays 50 Turkish liras. And this last call is more than 50. There is a real risk. Get that money. Like smart directors. some advance payments and close your current balance, and I will open your services after get my money, because I realize there is a risk to get money back. This is also valid for car insurance. We have solutions, SAP predictive analytics. We are just checking insurance. The insurer is a single vehicular or running a sport car, has the kids, blah blah, and age and living in where and which job running. We are able to say, okay, this guy will make minimum 3 car accidents and will have 5 claims. It means we have to ask extra money for car insurance. Custom. They are running on this very big and most complex principles, statistics. Because if you are able to collect all the information, then you don't need statistics. Because statistics is the shortcut of real data. If you are not able to collect real data, you have to trust some mathematical models, like Pythagoras theorem. Do you remember? Yes. All statistics based on Pythagoras theorem. I remember also when I was in high school, like, why I am learning this one? I will never use it. Sure, you will use it. It's just about how to look your real life. If you know the pool problem, you will never have credit card problem. This is just a simple answer. If you know the pool problems, you will able to manage your credit card expenses, because there is a limitation, there is a payment flow, and excess flow. It's very easy. Statistics. Trust statistics. I know you lost your opportunity, but still have some opportunities. All of my elective lessons was statistics. I attended 8 statistics lessons in university, because I am 100% sure in any organization I will never have full real data. So I have to make some makeup to my data. That's a story. To insist my managers, insist my customers, insist my vendors. Yes, I know I am not able to collect all the data, but I know there is a science based on mathematics, Pythagoras theorem, we call statistics, and we are able to predict the unknown with some tolerance. You know, we are not 100% sure, but we may easily say 85% competence area. This is the expected result. And it's easy because you are engineers. You don't need the best figure, because best means not feasible. It's always unreachable. But if you just focus better, you will be able to reach always better, because it's feasible. If you just focus the best, you will never run a car engine, because we are using tolerance, minimum and maximum values, like cooking a food. It never says 3 grams salt. It depends on your experience. 3 to 7. You will define your own recipe. This is good for all of your lives. I think almost 3 or 4 years ago, I was lecturing in SAP Master Program in Istanbul. It was the 6th in the world, very limited. And one of my students was 60 years old. He was then consultant for the companies, and he realized that he visited most of the companies using SAP, and he doesn't know SAP. And he decided to learn SAP and attended SAP MBA class in 60. And he was one of the best students in the class. He learned predictive services, and he was able to use these new predictive services on SAP for new customers. Now he is running a new business in his life. It means learning is a never-ending story. Always keep your eyes on the books, not on the phones, not on the tablets. Because I love the smell of the books. When I graduated from university, our library gave me a special letter because I completed 10 book cards because I love reading books. Because if you want to ask a good question, you have to learn, you have to know something very well. It's very key for you. And if you are able to explain something lean and simple, it means you know it very, very well. You are so young. When you have your kids, your children, you always get the same question. Why? Why? Why? For everything. And for each why, you say, okay, it means if you are not able to tell something simpler or easier, then okay, I have to check my learning back again every day. Never forget, he was 60 and he completed an MBA class. It was his third MBA because during you are graduated from school around 22, 23 and till 60 you have 40 years and you become an engineer in just 4 years. And imagine, every 4 years, a new engineer comes to market and they learn something new you never see. When I started lecturing in 2001 in April Academy, my students was very strong, they always listen to me, and after 2 years, I realized they start using phones. I tried to ban the usage of the phone, and I realized, no, this is new generation. They want to show themselves, and they love to get in touch, all colleagues, all friends, all buddies, via social media. And I am not able to change it. So I give some limitations. Okay, please never define yourself on social media with full details. Because there is still risk for fraud. And I put some hashtags in Twitter and Instagram. Okay, today I will talk about this issue. Put hashtags and deploy to my class because otherwise they will never look to the screen. They always look to the phone. And last 10 years, I asked one single question to my students. What have you learned in this lesson? Just write in one A4. Just one paper. Like asking a lean question. Because I trust my students, and I just want to hear. Because I talk. I love the talking. Very long. I remember this is that. I was, my lecture, my lesson was around 2 hours. And after 6 hours, one of my I have to go out because this is the last service. What time is it? They told me 12 past 12, almost 12. Oh, it's because I just get my money for 3 hours. Extra 3 is free. Someone should stop me. And I say, yes, listen me 6 hours and just give me one simple word. What to learn in the last 6 hours. And everyone has their own words. Because all of them, all of you, have your own life, your own education, your own expectations from tomorrow. So you capture different words, different things. And you look at picture, and you are trying to put missing parts, missing colors in your picture. When you feel your picture is full, then it means you learn something new, and you will be able to teach that new picture newcomers, your friends, your colleagues. I am always urging my children to teach something to each other. My elder daughter teaching Spanish to little one, my son, and my little daughter teaching German to my son, and my son teaching piano to my daughters. Because teaching is the best way of the learning, top of the nirvana of the learning. This is why I am trying to lecture around the world. When I'm managing the University Australia projects, I also lecture in Australia, in Japan. And they don't like it because it's a German software, SAP, and Turkish guy comes to Sydney and manage projects and talking about SAP. I said, yes, this is a Turkish creativity. Yes, German defined creative, but we are able to apply, realize better than the Germans. So we are here to make an installation, configuration. Just focus the first one. Business SAP bilingual translator. It means SAP like a Lego, very big Lego. It means you are able to create a solution even for anyone, for NATO, no action thoughts only, because NATO, for Unilever, for Pepsi, for Nike, different industries, different sizes. So it has some predefined processes for purchasing, for staffing, for payrolling, for sales, for inventory, for marketing, for asset accounting, for treasury. And every company believes they have some special operations, unique operations. It is impossible to establish or implement any standard solution. It's ridiculous. Because we define the solution for Unilever in Istanbul, and it works for 46 countries, just one single country. Yes, because you are able to manufacture a plane, Airbus, in SAP. It has more than 4 million material bill of materials. And in Istanbul, brand manufacturer, they have only 4 items in bill of materials, and it's wrong. Because they don't trust the system, they don't trust the data. They don't care about the data they provide the input system. If you don't provide proper data, even SAP will not create this solution. Because it works only data. We are trying to remove gossips, rumors. We are trying to put real information and predictive information and management based on data, not on like success. And culture. When you work with 2 people, we always have culture problem. It is the base of the change resistance. I'm able to, I love my country because I visited 58 cities in my country and 36 countries in the world. And people in Izmir not similar to mine. And in Japan, never similar to the Chinese. Even in China, they told me they have 17 different nations. And I shocked. 17? Because we assume all Chinese are skilled. But they said, no, we are different. Because difference means, or diversification means, they are able to create extra creativity, extra energy. It means never fear for different colors, different ideas. Because it makes us richer. If any of you visited Amsterdam or London, you realize there is a mix of the different cultures, and they love it. You will see Korean people, Chinese, Russian, Ukraine, Australians in the same street. And they love to visit each other because you learn always new things. I remember my first sushi taste. Unbelievable. Or my first crocodile. Because I eat crocodile in South Africa. In the first thing, yes, it's awful. But when I realized there are some people, 100 million people living in Africa, and they are eating crocodiles, and they are alive, and they love it. You may burn in out instead of burning Izmir. So you love it, okay. You you have to be open-minded. If you're not able to create empathy, it means if you don't have empathy, you'll never have a management experience, because management means who has the empathy. Because if I say something to a direct, give an order, I have to know your ideas, your concerns, your fears about tomorrow, about your, if I don't care about your fear of losing your jobs, or losing your weight, or losing your girlfriend, you never give your EQ or spirit to my operation. It's not easy to say, okay, you have to do this. It never works. You have to insist, you have to get people in the stage, in the same concern. Then you will have better results. This is the key factor of my experience, my success in all projects. All projects in my life finished in time, in budget, in scope. There's a good article in Harvard Business Review, I love it, Managing Smart People. Managing smart people means you have to deal with some smart people in the SAP world, because they believe they know something good and they are good and they are easy to find and new job. I remember in 2000s, I asked one of my above programmer, please create a living form, absence form in ABAP, and I realized he's not attended the office after lunch. I think he was sick something. After 1 week, we realized he moved to Ankara. He found a new job and never give any information to even from the research department. Because can easily find a job in New Zealand, in Russia, anywhere. And you are trying to make him to know something about business processes and know SAP how it does, and insist or make the customer change their minds, because customer says, I am good at basic brands, and consultant says, I am good at trying my cost. I don't like to read the SAP documents. This is our problem, because even senior consultant doesn't like to read SAP documents, app documents, design documents, process diagrams, because we believe we will be able to create new codes easily. That it becomes a new solution, not a thing. It's not a Lego. We are trying to implement SAP, because we want to make an, can I say it, ease of change the resources easily. And you deliver. After we implement the project, our single template, because without the template, it covers financial operations, manufacturing, sourcing, distributing, transporting, optimization, operation, and costing, except human resources, valid for from Russia to Japan, Singapore to China, South Africa, all these regions. And we're able to change all those managers' minds. That you have to change your operations according to SAP-based experience. We have change resistance, and we insist them with the real data quality. We say, if you are able to make a decision based on data, you will be able to make comparison easily. In South Africa, our planning manager resigned from the company. He just asked Japan, he got plane after 20 hours, able to log in the system in Japanese and run the business. Only 20 hours plane. But if you just focus on customized solutions, you have to keep like a Catholic marriage forever. And you always pray, never die, never get sick for the next specific consultant. It is not our life, because we are industrial engineers. It means we are trying to create some systems. It means you can easily change components. Easily. should be feasible and flexible. Yes, you know, it makes us cheaper because if you create something like McDonald's, means anyone is able to cook the hamburger. And it is the base of Frederick Taylor. Do you remember? The guy? Creator of the time study. Otherwise, you will still again face the same wall guys. They never let know how they build the walls. And they change the walls. They change the walls. To make a time study, work study, and make it everything civil components, like HTTP, Lego components. You are just expecting, please read the documents, read the experience. This is the experience. If I just listen any organizations, they say, okay, I know SAP has 4 solutions for that specific operation. And each practice has some pros and cons, discuss and choose the best fit one and implement that one easily. This is my story. I will just want to show some small this is the generic SAP University Alliance Program presentation. This is the one of maybe best implementation, best strategy for SAP. Working with, participating with the universities to give these lessons, lectures, because you have an available solution, SAP, and it's able to run in same platform, media, telco, CG, Airbus, whatever. It means you will be able to consolidate all your operations. The consolidation means getting same figure, same language in your life. Because life is not easy like Google Translate. You have to have some language experience for the understanding empathy. These 4 guys was an engineer working in IBM, and they realized in each customer they are trying to code and create a solution for the same problem. Because each customer says, I need an accounting solution because I do not want to know when my capital spent. And each customer asks, I want to manage my inventories. I want to manage my sales opportunities, my marketing costs. I want to manage my regular tax obligations. This goes. I think, why don't we create a solution, parametric, and able to change some parameters, and it will work for all organizations? Because SAP creates a solution for managers. And remember, managers for function, planning, starting, directing, coordinating, and 5M of management problems. Money, material, machine, economy. And SAP is always trying to create a solution for these 2. Managers, operations, management functions, and 5M and 6M marketing resource management. These are the technology one, important. These guys very, very strategic and innovative. Innovative means you have an open mind for new generations demands, expectations. I am one of the X generation. My wife is Y generation. My kids go to Z and a mobile. And in 6th ago, I was now lecturing in MBA class. My first lesson was generation types and what are the expectations. And I applied Big Myers personality test. Maybe you will see they are based on personality tests because they are trying to understand what kind of emotions you have in your mind, in your heart. Because I want to judge your EQ. Because I can easily see your IQ. based on your computer skills, based on your university and your grades, your easily, but it's not easy to see your EQ. And we are using personality test. Yes, it's based on statistics, and fortunately, it works. Means I will ask 10 questions, and I can give and define and characteristics of your emotion, and I will advise you need to work certain job, not this one. Because one of my students working as an internal auditor, but his characteristic was extrovert. It means he loves to changing the world. He doesn't like the stability. And I advised him to change the work, and he quit the job and started as steward. He's very happy. Almost every year, his handyman thanks because last 6 years he visited almost all the countries, and he get married with their hostess, same area. Both of them really happy because, as computer says, if you love a job, you never work. It's very easy. It means you have to again trust some science, personality. Otherwise, you will close your minds to innovation. Very big. Very big. More than 70,000 people working in SAP. Unbelievable. And amount is very big. You see numbers? These are the 4 years ago. This year it's around 30 billion euro. Very big. They have food covered in the world. It means if you are working in Fiji, you will find an SAP office and SAP consultant. In Bangladesh, in Russia, in Kamchatka, in New Zealand. Yes, there is an SAP office and SAP consultants. It means if you learn SAP and good at something very well, you will be able to also move any position, any country. It's just about yourself. If you're really good at something, you just say, okay, I want to be living here. You go. Because as an engineer, if a Japanese engineer able to create a design for home theater, he will also able to create some design because he has the same education, same trainings, same abilities, because he gets some country exam, and it means you have the same analytic perspective. It's just about the creativity and focus on a specific area. You just want to test everything, end of the night, you will get to have 6 hours. Means you have to focus some areas and get some expertise. I'm just here. Master data, you will hear this word several times. Master data means these are basic words for each department understand same attributes, like a clock on the wall. If I say time, it means everyone in this class should look at that point. It's easy. It's a master data. It means it's valid for all of us, like card square. If I say let's make it a clock, all of you know the clock. Where is the clock? There is not another one. So it means all master data should be unique. It means your customer, because I am a customer, but I have an all my life. It means McDonald's headquarters or municipality of Izmir. Its address and telephone doesn't change for Turkcell or Vodafone or McDonald's. We have some trade operations. I have my own Facebook or my Instagram, and if I give an order, pizza, we have an e-contact, trade contact. So SAP changed also minds. SAP says everyone is my prospective customer, even my employee. Yes, I may work in BMW, but I want to use Mercedes. And if BMW wants to win me as a customer, they have to give some extra benefits to me. Otherwise, I don't care because it's my professional operation. I work for some organization, I don't have money, and I won't have to spend my money there. As I mentioned, all ERP systems make a snapshot of the organization. It means I just take a picture and put on the archive. It means you're not able to change anything. There is no Photoshop for organizations because we are just trying to record what's happening. If you allow people to make Photoshop, you will see enron crisis because if they are cheating the figures, cheat the government, cheat the investors, cheat the capital owners. And never forget, the most expensive resource in the world is capital, cash, money. If there is no capital, idea is just a dream. You need to have some capital, make and build a company to, like a SpaceX, like a Tesla. Elon Musk has money, so created Tesla. Easily. All these are regarding for consolidation. This is the old version of SAP. We call it old because I learned SAP in 1994. SAP R3, announced in 1992. Till 2 years ago, 2015, SAP has the same solution. Doesn't change anything. But they realized generation Y doesn't want to use a skill like this because they want to finish everything like taking a picture and sending to Facebook. It's just 2 clicks. But in SAP, it was impossible because if you want to just check a customer's phone numbers, you have to use 15 clicks. That's okay. We are not able to work with new generation because generation Y means they are working in SAP as a consultant, as a customer service manager, blah, blah, blah. But even their employee doesn't like it. Then the 4 guys, one of the 4 guys was Professor Hasso. He's the founder of the SAP. Established a new group and PhD and MBA group in his own faculty, Hasso Institute in Germany, Waldorf, and they work with the new generation. They say, what's your expectations to run a system, run a business? What kind of screen do you want? They said, easy. If I'm able to take a picture and send Facebook 1 click and make a search anything 2 clicks, say, okay, we define a strategy with maximum 4 clicks. The new generation wants to have a result because your focus duration only 8 seconds. After 8 seconds, the new generation lost the focus. So we have to redesign everything accordingly because you will never able to close your eyes and you will not able to change anything. So we learned with our new generation, my wife, my colleagues, what they are expecting. So we change everything accordingly and it becomes S4. This is just show an ability SAP how to understand a business. process. This is an order to cash. Order to cash means sales operation. You give me an order, either a Ferrari, a cola, a hamburger, end of the process, I will get your money. We call order to cash. Because when we are working with the consultants, I am order to cash consultant, purchase to pay, record to report. And it says income accordance. So I have to get my orders. Multiple channels, via SMS, via social media, via phone, via IVR, via internet, blah, blah, blah. Any platform which I will able to find a prospective customer who has the purchase power. And transport, because I don't have facilities for each street, each corner, so I have to make a transport between my manufacturing, the sourcing point, the nearest point to my customer. And delivery. I have to get my delivery, and okay, this is your services, this is your food, this is your cost. And I have to give some documents. Way of bills. Do you know way of bills? İrsaliye in Turkish. It means I am giving ownership of these specific services, this specific material, myself, yourself. It's an evidence of ownership. In Turkey and most of the countries, it's very important because it means you not still, you are not then taxed. You just purchase it. This is your ownership. And billing. Billing means, okay, we agreed an order, I make the delivery, I give the service to you, and last point, billing has two stakeholders. One is government, because government wants to take some money as a tax. And myself, because I want to get some money. And you say, okay, show me the evidence. What I have to pay? Because when I give a bill, an invoice to you, you will be able to update your records and then spend your own capital. This is the two sides of the table. I am purchaser, you are seller, I am seller, you are purchaser. We are exchanging documents and updating our accounting records. Dunning payment. You should not pay my money. I am reminding you. Okay, you didn't pay my money, I will pay. You will not pay, yet my attorney said, okay, you will get it in court. Please pay my money. And if you make my money, okay, it's okay. And I am closing my order to cash loops. And this is what is for all operations, all business process organizations, from strategy design to delivery of the goods or delivery of the payroll. And this is the last one. This is a really innovative solution. Householder realized something. Remember, I said something. Big data is a temporary problem. When SAP created R3 in 1992, I remember those days. My first SAP server has only 40 megabyte RAM. 40. So it is, if I have a database transaction records, 1 giga, it's impossible to run those information at a single time. So SAP created more than 30,000 tables. They split each records different tables. If I just ask, okay, what was the weather temperature yesterday? They split 10 tables because I have limited technological resources. And it works till 2015. So I have 15 clicks because with each click I am creating another table and SAP Live. Even our mobile phones has 6 giga 256 storage area. Okay, it means we have to revisit our solution because when we defined the solution in 1992, we have some technological limitations. But now we have another opportunities. They change everything in technological means. Who will tell me why are we using computers? Yes. What is the main trigger, main objective for using computers? Actually, it is in name.
Because it computes faster.
Yeah, compute something. And computing means you have only one single function. Adding, sum up. The whole operation is the same simple sum of operations. And in 1992, we have only one single core, and now we have, and last week, 36 core in a one single CPU. It means I am able to run with one single CPU 38 core. Unbelievable power. And maybe you heard 32 bits, 64 bits. Very simple. CPU has some computing power. If I have 32 bits, it means I have 32 slots, 32 seats. And if anyone, 33, 34, they have to wait. Here this 32 should be completed. If I have 64 seats, I will able to serve 64 information bits and same time. So now we have 64 bits processors and we have 36 core processors, and fortunately we have very big RAMs, 1 terabyte, 4 terabyte, 5 petabytes with very low prices. So we say, okay, in 1992 I only 40 megabytes, I am able to now 5 petabyte RAM in a single installation. So my big data changed drastically. 30 years ago, 50 megabyte was big data problem. Now I am the 200 petabyte is just a temporary big data problem. Because if I want to make a calculation for the whole 200 petabyte data, current technology not able to run those operations, but maybe next month or 2 months later, we will have a new technology and we'll be able to run those 200 petabytes and single calculation. In memory, it means everything goes in RAM. When I got started at the university, my first computer has no hard disk. It only has 20 megabyte RAM. You first have to put some floppy disk, make an OS, operating system installation, and install the base or Pascal or Vue basic compiler, and we write our code. Again, it was in memory solution. Then SAP again used same strategy. Okay, I don't need hard disk because in any computer, the slowest part for data communication is hard disk. Because I am CPU and I am direct access for L1, L2, L3. Yes, this is a bit high technical, but just imagine I am CPU, this is L1, L2, L3. I can easily reach L1, but current technology is only 50 megabytes because it's embedded in the CPU and very expensive. Second layer L2 is slower than the L1, but cheaper than L1, and current limit is 200 megabytes. L3 then RAM, then hard disk. Maybe 2 years later, we will have an L1 with the 2 terabytes, then everything changed drastically. Because with this technology, we changed everything almost 3,000 times faster. I am running same application, SAP, and I am just searching the HANA computer, and it becomes 3,000 times faster. It's because our technology allows us to deal with those huge data. Last one is the one. In any record, in Excel, Access, Oracle, SAP, in classical way, using row structured storage. It means I say name, age, phone, and put each record as a row. But when you look at each row, there is no similarity. Joseph Volkan, 43, blah, blah. There is not able to compression. But if you look at columns instead of rows, you will see same type of information. City, age, phone, email. So if I just create my records instead of row as a column, I will able to make a compression like zip or run compression. Still I need compression because still RAM CPU is very expensive. Because if I say, okay, your current database is 1 terabyte, it means you have to give 50 or 100,000 euros to run that application and other platform. But if you just change your hot database structure from rows to columns and make the compression, you don't need 1 terabyte. You need 140 or 150. It means only 20 megabytes, 20 gigabytes is enough to run same 1 terabyte data, like compression of your documents. Just when you create your project, you see 5 megabytes, you apply zip compression, it becomes 20 cards. It's in principle. We are trying to use, our objective to use technology as efficient as possible. And the last point, when you see, I say country, Deutschland, States, Joseph, Volkan, Hamdi, Bundan, I say they are not same. These are another opportunity. I say create a dictionary and I put all the names in my class. I say, if I see Funda, put 1. If I see Nejat, put 3. You see Joseph, just 4. And it becomes like a single number. Again, I was able to make a compression. This is a very innovative way. It takes 5 years and 500 million euros. Make these innovations and 15 people work together. I was one of those guys to create this innovation. But this innovation will able to change SAP world drastically, and it becomes not R4, it becomes S4. S means simple. Because in 1992, if I have 50 megabytes data, my technology is 40, not allow me to run data, so I created 30,000 tables. Now I am able to run 1 terabyte, 2 petabytes, 200 petabytes in a single calculation. So we eliminated all tables and we created very lean. In R3 for financial accounting, we have 4,000 tables. Now we have only 4. We eliminated rest of them, and we have the same operation, same depth in business transactions, very fast, very lean. So simple and lean means you are expert on something. This is the HANA innovation. Only problem with the HANA, literacy and the penetration is very low. And still we have some security issues. Because like an R&D operation, 15 guys work very concentrative. We deploy the market and unfortunately no one focuses on the security. Now they are trying to find security, now they are trying to train the people because if I sell a car, an electric car, and there is a charge station, no one wants to buy it. And so if companies doesn't have IT guys who knows how to deal with HANA platforms, to read the logs, back up the system, or recover from disaster platform, nobody wants to purchase it because at the end of the day, with this continuity, it means I want to run my car always working. I want to see my organization's computer system running. This is the future of the technology. If you want to work with SAP, you will see and you will touch S/4HANA. This is the easiest and simplest way to explain HANA. HANA is Android because each mobile brand has its own Android platform because 16 different brands have HANA solutions because it's very easy. I need more CPU, I need more RAM, and I have a special developed operating system because it fits all operations parallel to 100 core and collect the results and apply the simplest compressions. So special hardware, special operating system, and special database with a special compression algorithm means HANA and competitor, Oracle, and Exadata. It is the iPhone. They have their own hardware, own solution. Everything comes from Oracle. In the market, you will be able to find lots of people who know the Oracle. Yes, HANA is the future, but it needs around 3 to 5 years. And you will have enough time to learn if you want this career, because I said, if you learn SAP, it's something like learning a new language. If you speak Chinese, you are prospective 1 billion customers of facts. If you speak Spanish, you will have the biggest part of the world. It's something like this. It's something like a new certificate, like a visa. You will be able to go abroad anywhere. It's just about because for industrial engineering, country, language, and industry doesn't matter. Because we know how to solve problems with a system approach. Thank you for listening to me. I love this.
I enjoyed it. I'm sure you did also. Do you have any questions? Maybe with the help of Turkish, you might find any question by asking me Turkish. Might be some problem. Questions.
Ben şimdi dersleri kısaltmayı da tercih ediyorum isteyenlere. Çünkü amacımız anlattığımız her şeyin sizin tarafınızdan öğrenilip kullanılacak hale gelmesi. Ben şuna inanırım. Gerçekten yabancı dilde cognition yapmak, yeni bir şey üretmek, felsefe yaratmak zor bir iştir. Ki benim şöyle bir sözüm vardır tüm ekibime. Derim ki İngilizceyi sarhoşken, ateşinizden hastayken, sevişirken kullanamıyorsanız o dili bilmiyorsunuzdur. O yüzden de temel kritik şeylerde Türkçemize sahip çıkalım. Soru söylerim. In English, Italian or Turkish.
Yok galiba, öyle mi duruyor? Peki tekrar